Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining this session. My name is Robert Mordzon, and I am the lead of the Web3Pi. Today, I will show you how to run a full Ethereum node on a Raspberry Pi and what we have achieved since presenting this project for the first time here 1 year ago at ETHWarsaw 2024. A few words about myself. I have a background in networking, system programming, and electronics. I've worked in different areas, but in recent years, my main focus has been Ethereum and decentralization. We started a Web3Pi project to make Ethereum nodes simple, efficient, and accessible to everyone. Let's see the agenda for today. I will start with the problems we are solving. Then I will explain our principles, who can benefit from it, and why we choose Raspberry Pi as a hardware platform. Next, I will walk through deployment, ecosystem, and management tools. After that, I will present results from our long-term solo staking test. And finally, I will share what's new in Web3Pi project. At the end, we'll have time for questions and a small giveaway of 2 welcome boxes. By the way, welcome box is a box which contains all components you need, all hardware components you need to build your own Ethereum node on a Raspberry Pi. Here you have a clear code and internet address where you can post your questions. We'll answer those questions later. Also, you have this QR code here on a paper and on the wall. So, running your own Ethereum node is powerful, but has many barriers. The entry barrier is high. Setting up and maintaining a node requires technical knowledge that most people just don't have. Traditional hardware is not practical. The servers are big, noisy, expensive, and use too much power for home usage. There is no easy way to safely expose your own node as a RPC endpoint. Of course, there are cloud providers, but they are expensive, limited by quotas, and let's say controlled by third-party term of service. And every request you make can be analyzed and raise some concerns about privacy. Remember, RPC API is a gateway to Ethereum. Whoever's control your endpoint controls how you access the blockchain. Web3Pi is built on 3 main principles. Independence, it's your hardware, your RPC, node gatekeepers. Decentralization, every node at home adds resilience to the Ethereum network. And ownership, you are in control of your data and how you interact to Ethereum network. Who benefits from Web3Pi? First of all, dApp developers. They get an unlimited playground without quotas and term of service, and they can rely on high performance. By the way, local nodes are much faster than internet ones because of the network latency. Accordingly, you need to use them local. Operators, they can run multiple nodes behind the proxy and manage the user access. Crypto power users, they gain more privacy and security. And finally, solo stakers, Raspberry Pi is able to run execution consensus and validators clients on a single Raspberry Pi 5 at home. So you may wonder why we choose Raspberry Pi as a hardware platform. It's small, quiet, energy efficient. It uses there's about 10 watts of power. It's affordable and available worldwide, well known on the market for many years. It has a very huge community, accessories, and well-prepared documentation. That's all makes it perfect for running 24/7 Ethereum nodes at home. And here you can see how this device looks like. It's really small. It's quite quiet, as I said. You can fit it in any corner at your home. This is the hardware we recommend and validate. You need a Raspberry Pi 5 with 8 or 16 gigabytes of random access memory, 2 terabytes of fast NVMe drive or SSD. Please do not use HDD, they won't work. Active cooling with the official power supply. 32 gigabytes micro SD card for the OS image, but you can use booting directly from the NVMe if you like. And of course, a reliable wired internet connection with unlimited data. For the mainnet, you will need to download worth about 1.5 terabytes of data to store the blockchain data. If you would like to know more, we have on our website and documentation a full list of compatible hardware, which is tested by us, so you don't have to, test it by yourself. We wanted the deployment process to be as simple as possible. That's why we created dedicated OS image for Raspberry Pi. It includes fully automated installer and step-by-step instructions, even the video. Together with detailed documentation and support, with this documentation and support, we believe everyone without deep technical knowledge can run your own Ethereum node on Ethereum at home. But Web3Pi is not only the OS image and some scripts. It is a whole ecosystem of tools. Of course, we have OS image, but we have also Web3Pi imager to flash it easily. We have monitoring based on Grafana and InfluxDB, web management tools through Cockpit and set of our own plugins. Web3Pi link, which gives you ability to expose your node even without a public IP and NAT, behind NAT. Transaction firewall to make transactions safer. An update system with our own apt repository. And of course, documentation, guidance, Discord support, and even an archive node path at x86 platform. This is our desktop application, Web3Pi Imager. It's our equivalent of Raspberry Pi Imager, but dedicated and tailored to our own needs. This application is also based on Raspberry Pi Imager, so it's well-known, well-tested, and reliable solution. The most important parameters can already be set at the flashing process, so before the system even boots. This makes the entire procedure as simple and smooth as possible. In few clicks, even a beginner can prepare Raspberry Pi with our operating system, which makes this Raspberry Pi a full node for Ethereum node. But there is the different way how you can flash Raspberry Pi with our OS system. Very interesting because you even don't need a PC. You can do this with only mouse, keyboard, HDMI monitor, internet connection, and Raspberry Pi itself. When you run this hardware, just press left shift during the boot, and this triggers the special bootloader, which launch Raspberry Pi Imager software as a bootloader. And there is good news. Our Web3Pi OS image is already on the official list in that application. So all you need to do is just to select the version of Raspberry Pi. You have to choose our OS image, and you will find it under OS, other specific purpose OS. Then select the storage. It could be either a micro SD card or NVMe drive if you have it. Confirm the flashing operation, and you're ready to go. Next, the OS image will be downloaded from our repo and flashed on the Raspberry Pi storage. When the process is finished, the Raspberry Pi will reboot automatically, and it starts with the new operating system. It's a very convenient way to how to flash Web3Pi OS image. But the only limitation is that you cannot set those parameters like in our Web3Pi emitter. So the system will start with default parameters, but in the most of cases, that's all you need. Default parameters are okay. This is our Grafana monitoring panel. We designed it from scratch to be lightweight and optimized for Raspberry Pi. Built-in metrics from Ethereum clients can be resource hungry. So we created our own monitoring service, collecting only those data which we really need. This way, we get clear information about CPU status, RAM, disk usage, traffic, and such a thing without overloading this low-power device. This part is about management, and I think here we made some smart decisions. We based it on Cockpit project. Cockpit allows you to manage the operating system directly from the web browser. And first, this is the very big step compared to only SSH. For non-technical users, it's much easier and more intuitive. Second, Cockpit itself provides a lot of useful functions like system monitoring, like service management, terminal over the web, and you can check the logs all from the one place from the browser. But the key point is that we extend the capabilities of Cockpit by writing our own plugins dedicated for Web3Pi project. With those plugins, we can run, for example, our predefined bash scripts. We can configure the network firewall, manage the transaction firewall, set up Web3Pi link, and even update our application all directly in the browser in clear and user-friendly way. For security, we also develop a plugin that makes it easy to enable two-factor authentication directly inside the Cockpit panel to give more security. And finally, we introduce Web3Pi link, which makes this panel secure, accessible to everyone around the world without needing the public IP address or having access to the router. So let's see some of our plugins. And this is Web3Pi, which lets you easily create a secure HTTPS tunnel to your node. You can choose which ports would you like to tunnel. This means you can manage the node, you can access the RPC API from anywhere in a secure and private way, even behind firewall and NATs. At the bottom of the slide, you can see the example of address. Here you have your unique name, like nickname, .web3pi.link, and this is your tunnel address. This is a transaction firewall, one of our unique parts of our ecosystem. The firewall intercepts every transaction in the very last moment. After it has been signed by the wallet, but before it was broadcast to the Ethereum network. At this stage, the transaction itself cannot be changed anymore, but we have ability to stop this, to not sending into the Ethereum network. This creates a final checkpoint, a chance for ultimate verification before publication. With this mechanism, we can preview the transaction details, compare them against allowing list, whitelist, contracts whitelist, and decide whatever you would like to go it through, pass it through, or block it. Yeah. This reduces the risk of the scams, phishing attempts, and simply user mistakes. It acts as a safety net for you and other people which use your node. On the left side, you can see the admin panel on the node side. And on the right side, you can see user panel, which users see before confirming the transaction inside the browser. Transaction firewall can be easily configured to work with MetaMask and other wallets. simply change the RPC endpoint to the firewall proxy address to route the transaction through the control system. If you are interested more, you can read very detailed article on our blog, on our website about transaction firewall. And let me show our results from long-term staking tests, which we conduct. We started this test before we launched to answer a very simple question. It is Raspberry Pi powerful enough to be a validator on Ethereum network? And if yes, how many validators can it handle at the same time? We began with just a single validator. Then we gradually add more and more. And in this way, we reached 200 validators running on Raspberry Pi 5. We don't know what is the absolute upper limit, but running 2000 validators on a small device is already an impressive result. The test began about a year ago, before the last ETHWarsaw, and it's still running stably. The attestation effectiveness is around 99.8%. That means the node performs almost every duty. The effective API is 3.34%, which is comparable to professional server-grade setups. So in terms of performance and stability, the Raspberry Pi shows results at the same level as much bigger professional-grade expensive machines. And if you want to see more details, again, we have very detailed article about that on our blog. You can find it on our website. Yeah, you raise your hand. If you have question, let's keep them to the end. Yeah. Over the last year, we have introduced several new features. The Web3Pi imager for the easier flashing, an update system with our own apt repository, extended monitoring dashboards, web-based management with cockpit, Web3Pi link and transaction firewall improvements, two-factor authentication, and of course, refreshed website and documentation. This is how our new website looks like. I think it's much clearer, faster, modern, and easier to navigate. We put a lot of effort for the new website and documentation to be, easy understandable. It also navigates. It also integrates our documentation and guides, so new users can get started really quickly. So we also worked on, let's say, research and hardware paths. We created a proof of concept of running Ethereum nodes on RISC-V architecture, possibly the first ones to ever do it. Our code changes have been already merged upstream into Lighthouse, so these popular Ethereum clients can now compile to run on RISC-V architecture out of the box. We also explore our Hive nodes on small x86 mini PC. It's a different platform, but still in the manner of Web3Pi, so small, low power, low energy efficient. We publish guidance for and best practices how to use UPS system with Raspberry Pi, and we testing the automatic WAN failover to achieve better results. So let me briefly show how easy is Web3Pi deployment. First, you need to download our OS image. Second, you have to flash it on the micro SD card using our Web3Pi imager. I will explain this. But let me finish the slide. You need to assemble your hardware with 2 terabyte NVMe or SSD drive, and then you just have to power Raspberry Pi, and the automated installer will install all the host software you need automatically, and after that, also automatically, the synchronization of blockchain will start automatically. And about your question, you need to download where's about 1.5 terabytes of data of blockchain states. It took some time. It's depending on your internet connection, and it also depends of the power of the Raspberry Pi, because at some point you are not only downloading but also processing those blocks. It just took time. There are some other clients that can do that faster, but they need more CPU power, more RAM memory. We have some limited resources here, and we use Geth and Nimbus or Lighthouse. Those pairs need 19 hours to fully synchronize full Ethereum node on mainnet. So thank you for the attention. I'm happy now to take your question. One already was answered. And don't forget, we'll also pick giveaway winners right now. Again, here you have the QR code, and the question are posted by your mobile phones or laptops online. Let me switch to them. No, we only focus on Ethereum network. Only Ethereum. Okay, so we have some questions. The first one, with Ethereum Foundation plans to shark Wi-Fi mainnet in the future, do you have any insights on how or even does real-time providing works currently on Raspberry Pi 5 with the able to verify ZK snarks proof in 12 seconds of Windows? I think the question is about is it Raspberry Pi capable of handle this because of the performance? We'll see. I would like to know that. I don't have any way to test it right now, so I cannot answer that. But with Raspberry Pi 5, we have quite a lot of space in case of performance. After the node is fully synchronized, the CPU usage is like 60, maybe 14, even percent of total power. So possibly it could be just good. We'll see. Yeah. So I cannot. I can tell you for sure. We'll see. But basically, the project right now is based on Raspberry Pi 5, but maybe in a couple of months we'll have Raspberry Pi 6, and then we also have another hop of performance in that new version. Okay, so let's move to the next one. We have like 4 minutes. What is the relative performance compared to common nodes in terms of throughput and latency? And we make a lot of benchmarks. And what's the best? The performance is really high. We achieve like tens of millions requests, for example, per day. In most of times, it is much more than developer, for example, can need. But if it is not enough to you, we have also a proxy solution where you can put, let's say, number of these nodes, connect this to our proxy, and the proxy load balance the traffic to the different nodes. So it's quite scalable solution. Do all the nodes keep archive data, or it has to be separated node? No, those nodes have only 2 terabytes of data drive and do not store archive data. But as I said on previous slides, we also have a solution for that. We have a slightly bigger device. It's based on Intel N305 CPU. It has 48 gigabytes of memory and NVMe drive, 4 terabyte. Then on top of that, we install Erigon, and on Erigon with Chaplin, we synchronize quite quickly because under 24 hours for a Hive node on device, which is also same type, so small, quiet, and energy efficient, and also I think affordable. Okay, we have like 2 minutes. Probably we have to give this room to another speaker. So thank you very much for the attention. And to close, let me repeat the main message. Web3Pi makes Ethereum nodes deployment easy. So tiny box, big Web3. Thank you very much. So we have 2 welcome boxes to give away. And let's say the first 2 questions win the welcome box. Is it fair? You are the first, and that one. Okay. For those who also want, at the moment I will give you. For those who want also the welcome boxes, if you have really good idea what to do with those welcome boxes, just write me a message through our contact form on our website. Maybe I will be able to give you for free that welcome box by post. Thank you.